In today's video, I've got 5 facts about Naofumi Iwatani from the series The Rising of the Shield Hero. I'll be covering his backstory, shield abilities, and his relationship with Raftalia. But hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. And a quick warning that there will be spoilers, so just a heads up. Anyway, with that being said, let's roll intro and get straight into the video. Naofumi is the main protagonist of the series. He is a male human around 20 years old and stands at 163 centimeters, which makes him 5'3". He has jet black spiked hair and intense green eyes. I'd say intense, this is all down to the events that unraveled in the first episode. Of course, when we first met Naofumi, he seemed to have a bubbly, quite fun personality. He was a person that would, help anyone and had a very kind, trusting nature. He almost had a comical kind of feel about him, until of course the betrayal by Multi that left him broke, framed for rape, and hated. This changed Naofumi to say the very least. He became full of hate for the new world he inhabits, distrustful of near enough everyone, walking around with a constant scowl on his face, and spiteful. Very, very spiteful. Can't blame the guy really, and I kind of liked this new persona of his. And it really does seem that this world will fuck Naofumi at every given chance. I really can't wait to see his redemption, but deep down I just feel and know that he will end up saving everyone in a situation where we are all screaming at the screen. Now, Naofumi, your chance to fuck them is here. Do it. Nah. But anyway, as for attire, Naofumi wears barbarian armor, a long cloak, and of course his shield that is permanently equipped to his arm. Though this armor or look has been said to suit Naofumi, he personally thinks it makes him look like a bandit leader. Probably the scowling face and sharp features don't help there though, mate. Naofumi's legendary shield gives him great defensive power. It can evolve and even transform into stronger variations of itself. However, as we all know, its biggest drawback is that Naofumi is unable to equip any other weapons. And of course, Naofumi has picked up a lot of skills for his shield, but for the sake of time, I will only go over a few of them. If you'd like a longer video on his abilities, then of course let me know in the comments. First up, we have Airstrike Shield. This ability is very versatile. It creates a shield that can defend anything he wants within a certain range. He can use it in the air, using them as steps to reach higher ground, and he can use them offensively by hurling them at his opponent, though the effect is only light damage, but will knock the target off balance temporarily. Next up is Shield Prison. This one is really cool. He can basically summon a cage of shields that protect all that is inside. But of course, as we have seen, Naofumi will also use this ability to trap his enemies within this cage. Then there is Chain Shield, self-explanatory really, as it allows Naofumi to change between the different abilities of the shield. So, combining the last two, we then have Iron Maiden, not the band, but the ability. Firstly, Naofumi will use Shield Prison to trap his enemy, and then uses Chain Shield in an attack form that takes the form of spikes that, just like a real Iron Maiden, impale all of those that are trapped within the shield prison. Now, as you can imagine, this is definitely one of Naofumi's most powerful skills. It of course has its drawbacks. Every time that Naofumi uses this ability, it will completely drain him of all his SP. Final skill I'll cover is called Blood Sacrifice. What happens here is a lot of Naofumi's blood is drained from his body and takes the form of a bear trap under the selected enemy and completely snaps at them until death. As brutal a technique as it is, it does have a side effect that wounds the wielder as well. The user of this ability is hit by a curse that reduces their stats by 30%. However, as Naofumi is the legendary shield hero, his defense stat is left unchanged. This curse can be lifted, but it does take a lot of time. Now, Fumi's Japanese voice actor is Kaito Ishikawa. He has voiced other characters such as Sakata Asasagawa from Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. And as I'm sure you all know, Raphtalia's Japanese voice actress is Asami Seto, who voiced Mai Sakurajima from the same series. Anyway, he has also voiced Genos in One Punch Man, Tenya Ida from My Hero Academia, and Shiho Kimizuki in Seraph of the End, and more. Now, Fumi's English voice actor is Billy Kamates. He has voiced other characters such as Hakuno Kishinami in Fate Extra, Josuke Higashikata from JoJo's, Seiya Ichijo from Sword Guide the Animation, Kyoto Mitsurugi from Konosuba, and more. So, prior to being summoned to the other world, Naofumi was an otaku that would put video games, anime, and other weeb hobbies before his studies. You know, even his parents knew he was a lost cause, and because of this, they focused all their time, money, and attention on his younger brother. But all of this added pressure was too much for Naofumi's brother. He was sent to a famous prep school in the hopes that a successful future would be secured for him. This wasn't the case, and the younger brother rebelled. The stress of all the studying and his parents' expectations led him to curse around the house and dye his hair different colours. Naofumi felt at fault. He believed that his brother turned out the way he did because he was overspoiled and jealous of the freedom Naofumi had. So, how would he resolve the problem? In true weeb style, he introduced his brother into anime and video games. This gave him an outlet for his stress, which led to him being able to manage his studies much better and excel at school, becoming the top of his class. And I think we all need an older brother such as Naofumi in our lives. Anyway, because of his actions, Naofumi was rewarded by his parents, who upped his allowance to 10,000 yen, which went on top of the 50,000 yen Naofumi earned from his part-time job. Now, Naofumi was actually, pretty good with his money. In fact, if he wanted to save money, he would go to the bookshop or library and read the manga that they had there. Of course, until he stumbled across a book called The Record of the Four Holy Weapons, which, of course, would act as the catalyst to his summon in the other world. Now, despite being the most, and I quote, evil or villainous of the four heroes, Naofumi is actually the most effective out of the four when it comes to getting the job done. He has and will correct things that the other three heroes have and will cause, and I think he definitely doesn't get the credit he deserves, for sure. Following the events, of course, of episode 1, as previously mentioned, Naofumi is full of hate towards this new world, but in particular, women. This is because of the bitch queen's actions. Naofumi is especially cold and ignorant towards the advances of women, so much so that at times he has shown disgust or hate towards women simply because they share the same gender as Multi. Naofumi expects betrayal, deceit, and to be ripped off by women. Heck, part of the reason he chose to purchase Raphtalia in the first place was not only because she was cheap, but that he liked the idea of imagining that it was Multi that he had enslaved. Regardless of reasons, Raphtalia is the one responsible for bringing back the caring nature of Naofumi. And I think deep down that side of him was always going to be there, but there was something about Raphtalia that made him want to, be a good master. He fed her, brought her clothes, made her medicine for her illness, cut her hair, all sorts. You get the picture. Naofumi was certainly not a pushover though, and would exert his dominance when needed. For example, the slave crest that acts as the contract between the two. Naofumi would only activate it to make Raphtalia fight, and not in a bad way, but as a push when she was too scared. He would not hesitate if he needed to introduce some discipline, and not in a lewd the lolly kind of way. Come on, people. And the bond between these two is so strong that Raphtalia decides to stay with Naofumi when given the option to leave him. She was actually the first woman to take his side after the events that happened to him in episode 1, and is slowly bringing him out of the despair that he has drowned himself in. Though there is one thing she wants, and that is for Naofumi to look at her as an adult woman rather than a child. Obviously, due to the demi-human's body growth while leveling, Naofumi has only ever looked at Raphtalia Raphtalia as a child and sees himself as a father figure to her. But Raphtalia, on the other hand, has developed feelings for him that in true MC style he is oblivious to. And there was actually one occasion where Raphtalia stripped completely naked in front of him to get his opinion on her body, but now Fumi knows that despite the fact she has the appearance of a 20-year-old woman, she's still mentally a 10-year-old. Guess he must have heard those FBI sirens. But anyway, to close, these two have such a strong mutual trust between one another. She saved him from his hatred and is and always will be his most loyal follower. But above all else, she is a true friend that he can share his happy and sad experiences with. I can't wait to see how their relationship progresses. And thanks for watching. This is my video, 5 facts about Naofumi Iwatani from the series The Rising of the Shield Hero. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course if you'd like to see me do more characters from this series, let me know in the comment section below, because I was only going to do these 2, but if it's popular enough, I will do more. Also, don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video, as it does help these videos reach a wider audience, and of course, subscribe for more anime content. Till next time, my fellow weebs, peace!